Good afternoon, everyone. From this is a short summer update from Mountain Eye Farms in Armenia. It's the next consecutive video in English, which I'm doing from time to time, to honor our followers and contributors around the world who are English speaking. So our analytics shows there are quite a lot, so I want to thank you for that. This is an update of August 5th 2023. We are almost two-thirds of the summer done with our rotational mob grazing with Angus cattle, and in fact we also have Dorper sheep added to our program. These are our boys, 1 and 2 years old. Yeah, 1 and 2. In fact, you may find it confusing to kind of choose which one is which. And they've been in intensive rotational grazing with every day changing their pastures for almost 2 months now. They'll go for another 2 or 3 months before being finished. There are species here that are very close to be finished, and there are species here that are not completely slicked off, but I think and I believe we'll sell almost 70 or 80% of them by the end of this year. And why by the end of this year? First of all, because this is just a summer, and although these guys are still gaining weight, they still have a room to finish. That's number one. And as you probably know, during the summer their grazing tempo is kind of stopping, especially during the day. So although we are in the highlands and it's not really hot there, but it's hot it's hot during the day for us, for the highland, and and the sun is closer than anywhere else. It's really burning, and these guys are really taking some interval or pause during the day, not grazing intensively. They graze starting like 5 in the morning until like 1-2 p.m. and then they take a stop until 4 or 5. And now we're trying to figure out, maybe because they know that we're changing their pasture every day at 5 p.m. and it's now exactly 4 p.m. And so they may be thinking, because they're smart, to wait for another hour, play a bit, and then they're gonna get a new salad bar exactly 1 hour from now. That could be also because, as we already noticed, their weight gain is accelerating in autumn, in fall, tremendously. It's like a grazing is faster. We're still gonna have green grass, I'm sure, because we have been managing our pastures very, very well this year, and we were lucky with a lot of rain. And it's like beginning of August and we don't have any yellow grass, all dry, for us. And as you can see, the pasture is kind of like really thriving with just the extreme variety. At least I see at least 3 or 4 types of clover. Mountain clover, which is very good for us and for these guys. So we are gonna take that opportunity for them to accelerate their gaining weight during the fall, and especially when it comes to the season of all kinds of berries, wild fruits, and nuts from the trees, especially acorn. So that's our specialty, to build up their bodies with acorn. Now I know, and everybody is going to say the same, that yes, acorn is kind of dangerous for these folks, for these animals, for the cattle, because of many factors. Their system is built up in a way that it's not really digesting it, and it's dangerous to leave them for a long time under the corn trees that we have around, as you can see, in this nice watermill gorge. But here is what we do, and try it. It's not an advice, of course. Don't take this to the bank, as they say. Here is what we do. First of all, we manage the pasture. We manage the time they spend under the corn trees. That's number one. Sodium, that's what we add in their diet. So their mineral box will definitely have sodium filled up all the time, and the consumption goes up then because they want to balance the acorn that they're eating. Number 3, we are choosing paddocks with the drier grass. If it's a green grass, folks, forget it. You're risking your animals a lot. Acorn, definitely with the drier grass. At least they're gonna choose drier. If you have a paddock with green and some yellowish and some dry, they're gonna go after dry to compensate the oxides or whatever they take from the acorn. And they are smart enough to do it. And then, of course, you should have the sodium and other digestives in their mineral box, in kind of to prevent, and in fact you need a closer eye. And why? Because again, if you finish these guys on the acorn, folks, you're not going to believe the taste of the meat, the color, and everything else that acorn provides to this Angus. It's really remarkable. We are kind of proud to do it, even though taking the risk, even though taking time and management. But we really believe that the acorn is really adding to the flavor and the quality of the meat for these guys. So, and the season for acorn is probably a month and a half away, so we'll have more dry grass, which is gonna help us. It's like super nutritious. I'll tell you, you're lucky if you have acorn left under the trees during the winters, then you forget it. So you're not going to even worry about any additional. Well, you're going to feed some hay, of course, but There is nothing else. And they are gonna gain weight during the winter, and you are gonna watch and see it. Of course, depending on the harvest, like how much acorn you have. For example, last year we got none. Last year there was not even a single in this entire forest, no acorn. A year before, fantastic. So you are gonna learn, and you are gonna watch. We are gonna show you. We're gonna show you. You are gonna see it, and it's gonna be interesting. And everybody will appreciate that, especially a highland acorn. We're what, like 2,000 meters above the sea level right now, and this is a remarkable gorge. So I want to leave it right here. Thank you for watching us and following us, everybody around the world. Really happy to see your comments. I don't think we have grown up enough to answer questions, but at least on the specifics, like this very beautiful terrain, which is making this grazing operation more specific, and you have to adjust the slopes and everything else. Please do ask us questions, or in any case, I appreciate if you can like our videos and kind of forward to the friends and others to watch. We'll be really happy. Thank you again for following us, and we'll see you again.